crypto is volatile. You need help? I think you've got bigger problems in your crypto portfolio. I think you need a psychiatrist, a psychoanalyst, and I don't know what else. I'm not sure I can help you.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Raoul is a friendly crypto enthusiast. We'll share how to spot real opportunities, navigate market twists, and highlight upcoming trends. Tune in to explore these fascinating insights and uncover more.
I hear all of the bullshit on Twitter. Alt season is cancelled. There's too many tokens. It's never going to happen. Everything's changed. The ETF. And la, 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 la. Not true. It will happen. It may not take your bags higher, but that's because you're a shitty asset allocator and you need to do better job. So, we've all got our failures. I mean, I've got a few things in my wallet that are down enormously and I pretend that I don't see them because they're only in my small bag, which was like less than 5% in mine, so I don't really care. Global M2 versus Bitcoin, every time it breaks out, Bitcoin breaks higher, obviously. So we've talked about that before. We've done that chart. We're on that chart. The business cycle is picking up. New orders are screaming higher. The business cycle is the driver of global earnings. Global earnings get recycled into risk. Recycling into risk means risk assets like small cap stocks, through to commodities, through to alts in crypto go higher. The business cycle has only just started. A number above 50 for the ISM is expansion of the business cycle. We've just had our first print since God knows when of this going on the upside through 50. The last time was 2020. So we've got the cycle to play out. We are nowhere near the peak in the cycle, which I'll come to in a sec. New orders, less inventories. This is a 3-month lead, screaming even higher. The business cycle is going to pick up fast. And financial conditions, the dollar, oil, rates, they say, well, it should go to at least 55.6, but that would be low for the ISM because guess what? We think the dollar goes lower, rates go lower, and oil goes lower. So that should push this up into the 60s, which extends the cycle further. So we are at least 9 months away from a cycle peak. So it is very interesting where we are. It is all very positive. When we look at the overbought, oversold indicator of where we are in the cycle with crypto, we're nowhere near overbought. We're just starting. Bitcoin, every time the ISM peaks, Bitcoin peaks. When the ISM breaks 50, Bitcoin accelerates. We are at the acceleration phase, not the peaking phase. Anybody who tells you otherwise is a fucking moron. So, we're at the acceleration phase. We've got liquidity coming. The ISM is not going to peak until the end of the year, maybe even into 2026. There is nothing, literally nothing to concern yourself. Here's the ISM and a kind of detrended, some fancy thing that Julian does with this. Gives you a pricing model of Bitcoin. I mean, if the ISM goes up to 60, where it should be going, I mean, we're talking Bitcoin in the 250, 350, whatever thousand level. We ain't even started. Oh, and altcoins will outperform Bitcoin. Here's altcoins' percentage of total market cap. Now, I've shown you this chart maybe 58 billion times, and you forget it every time. I don't know what drugs you guys are taking, but maybe a little less, so to increase your memory bandwidth would be somewhat helpful to me because it's tiring to show you the same chart and you forget it every second. So what we have here is altcoins as a percentage of Bitcoin total market cap. As ISM goes up, people go out the risk curve. Sorry, speaking with a mouth full, that's not actually very civilized, I get it. I'll probably start vaping later, and you can insult me for that as well. But chorizo is so good. Goes so well with champagne. So basically, we've just crossed 50 in the ISM. That doesn't mean instant alt season right now. Give me my alts. Where's Banana Zone? Banana Zone's not happening. The Banana Zone's failed. You've slipped on the banana skin. Shut the fuck up. It takes time.
Bitcoin is drawing renewed attention as whale inflows to exchanges begin to level off, suggesting that a new surge could be on the horizon. The whale exchange ratio, which measures the size of the top 10 inflows relative to all inflows, is nearing multi-year highs. Typically, once this ratio starts to decline, Bitcoin often rallies into a new bull market phase. Observers note that February's readings show a potential lower high, hinting that whales may soon reduce their selling pressure and open the door to higher prices. At the same time, large volume investors who have held Bitcoin for up to 6 months currently have a cost basis near $90,000. This level has served as a reliable support zone for the past quarter, reinforcing traders' optimism about an impending uptrend. Additionally, the mining community has shifted from steady outflows to renewed accumulation, marking the end of a prolonged period of capitulation that historically signals local bottoms. These developments have prompted speculation that Bitcoin's next major bull run could emerge by 2025. A slowdown in whale inflows, combined with rising optimism among long-term holders and the renewed confidence of miners, creates conditions that have preceded previous cycles of substantial price appreciation. While there are no guarantees in the volatile world of crypto, many market watchers are keeping a close eye on the data. If whales continue to ease their exchange activity and miners sustain their recent pattern of accumulation, Bitcoin's journey upward may be just beginning. Optimism continues building across crypto sectors.
I've talked about this a lot. If you can simplify everything at this point in the cycle, it's about the dollar. When the dollar weakens, liquidity conditions will increase and the world will be a better place and your bags will go up. Whatever bags you hold, literally anything. And so what we are doing is repeating the Trump cycle from 2017. Trump came in, the dollar had been going up, everyone was freaking out about tariffs, their inflationary rates have been going up. Trump comes in, says, I want a weaker dollar, and rates went down all the way through, even though the Fed were raising rates. We're seeing the same thing today. It's mirroring it. The dollar will weaken. It's very important the dollar weakens because the dollar is the liquidity provision for the entire system. And it's the dollar that drives global M2 that you guys know about. Sorry, I'm just going to pour myself a fresh glass. Feel free to pour yourselves a glass while you're going through this because there's quite a few charts to get through and they're important. There's nothing like a glass of champagne to focus one's mind. Okay, so global M2 is following the exact pattern. Now, I've gone through these charts before, but you guys have memories of a goldfish or you just panic and forget everything I've ever told you. So I'm trying to anchor you on some understanding, which is a tough ask, frankly, but I'm doing my best. And Julian went through these as well. So it's not like the first time you've seen them, but you'll act like it is. And you're like, oh my God, that's amazing. And I've showed you these charts like 16 times before. Global M2, last time, this time, same pattern. That is the same pattern as the dollar. It should all play out the same way. Global M2 is a good proxy for global liquidity, which means number go up. The other thing that people get very confused about is they're like, well, what happens if the Fed don't cut much more? I don't care. What happens if rates don't go down a lot? I don't care. What happens if they don't drain the Treasury General account? I don't care. You've got to understand the global picture is the big picture. And the global picture, like 2017, will most likely be driven by China. I think the US will stimulate, but China is the big one. Chinese bond yields are now at 1% or somewhere close to it. They have run out of runway. And what does running out of runway? Jay Powell told you today, running out of runway, i.e. no rates to cut, means QE, baby, and more cowbell. The Chinese have I think when I looked at the calculation in my Excel, I think I got to, they need a fuck ton of QE to do. So, yeah, I think the calculation was a fuck ton. They have to print money like crazy. Why? They have an aging population, massive debts. They need to service their debts. Everybody's in the same boat. This, my friends, is the everything code. I've bleated on forever about it. You kind of half get it. It's the fact that the only way of servicing the debts is to debase the currency, and the Chinese will do a lot of debasing. However, they can't do it until Trump beats them over the head with the strong dollar, which is happening today, and saying, you will agree our tariffs, which is happening right now. And when they agree the tariffs, he will say, I'll give you the carrot after the stick. The carrot is a weaker dollar. He did that in 2017. He will do it again now. The weaker dollar plus the lack of spending from Doge, i.e. the lowering of spending, will mean that rates come down as well. And what we get is the banana zone, the next phase. It is all to play for. There is nothing else going on. There is nothing to panic about. There is nothing wrong. It is all a piece of beauty.
Ethereum's price has climbed around 3% this week, driven partly by renewed confidence following the PO-BZX exchange's application for the first Ethereum staking option in an ETF framework. The proposal by 21 Shares aims to let investors earn staking rewards through a regulated product, removing some of the complexities of staking directly. Many consider this a significant step toward broader adoption, especially from institutional players who value convenience and regulatory clarity. The market's upward move is also fueled by short liquidations in the Ethereum futures sector. Traders betting on a price drop were forced to close their positions once Ethereum showed unexpected strength. Since February 12, over $37 million in short bets have been liquidated, compared with $29 million in longs. This short squeeze phenomenon has contributed to the upward momentum, as those closing losing trades add buying pressure that pushes prices higher. Technical signals add another layer of optimism. Ethereum's relative strength index is hovering around levels historically linked to substantial price rebounds. Over the past year, whenever the RSI dipped to similar ranges, Ethereum often bounced back with notable strength, sometimes climbing toward key milestones like $3,000. Analysts at 10x Research highlight that these oversold conditions have typically rewarded those willing to take a calculated risk at just the right moment. A move to reclaim $3,000 as support could open the door to even larger gains. Should these trends persist, the stage may be set for a more sustained climb, revisiting the December high near $4,100 once again. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Zella. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.